We've been navigating America's Great Loop for the last 8 months, hence our name, Navigating Nietzels. If you're just now tuning in to our grand adventure, I'm Carly, this is my husband Evan, and of course we brought our sweet girl along, Ripley. We just spent 2 months in Canada traversing the Trent Severn Waterway, Georgian Bay, and the North Channel, which you can go back and watch all the action if you haven't seen it yet. Upon crossing back into the United States, we jumped from Drummond Island to the Les Chenaux Islands for a special visit, then made our way to Mackinaw City in order to check out Mackinaw Island. After all of that fun, we made our way back home to the Midwest for my sister's wedding, and let me just say, that family time was much needed before we continued on. Which brings us to now. It's finally time to traverse Lake Michigan, the world's largest lake by area, located fully in one country. Our plan for Lake Michigan? We didn't really have one, other than only moving on the good weather days. Make sure to subscribe and join us for another episode navigating America's Great Loop. We are back on the boat. We were gone for 6 nights, I believe. We've been in the same marina for 11 nights total, but we are officially off. We are finally heading south on our Great Loop journey, which is pretty crazy to think about. We're not ever going to be this north again on this loop, at least, and we're ready to get down Lake Michigan. I'm not stressed about it or worried. I just know that it's going to take some serious planning and it's going to be a little bit of a trek to get down there. So the plan for today is we just left Mackinaw City Marina and we are headed to Charlevoix. It's about a 48-mile day. For us, that'll be 8.5 to 9 hours. The conditions are great today. I don't think they will be for the next week, which is unfortunate. So we might be stationed there for a week. We shall see what comes. I don't know what will be in store. Our plan for Lake Michigan is we are not messing around. We are only waiting for good weather days, and for us, that means purple and blue on predict wind. Maybe a tad of lime green here and there if necessary, but we have no reason to rush it. You know as much as we do right now. We'll see. Today's plan is to get to Charlevoix, so let's do it.
Like they say in the airplanes, update from the sky deck. So far, we just went under the bridge in Mackinaw City, or the Mackinaw Bridge. As you can see, the sunrise is starting to peek up behind me. If I focus on it, there's some better color. Right now, conditions are good, knock on wood, we continue these. Slacker, our buddy boat, has left us. They did a big jump this weekend. It was a long weekend, holiday weekend, so they are a ways down the lake already and crossed over to Wisconsin. They had some other things. Yeah, let's let Ray Marine do her thing. A lot of loopers out here today.
There's a lot of loopers out, and remember this morning when I said I'm waiting for purple and blue days? We're in a little patch of green, and this is exactly why. It's just not comfortable riding. And we also just passed Gray's Reef, which a local told us about. I don't really remember what they said, but they just said that it could get rough around there.
Yeah,
it's just
Gray's
kind of a
Reef
shallow
is at
area.
the point of the mitten of Michigan, so you're officially heading south. So when you make that bend, it gets kind of shallow and the waves stand up.
I already feel like they're a little bit.
It's definitely already gotten better.
Or it's just a better wind angle. I don't know.
No, it's gotten better. It's deeper here, so.
But it always makes me feel better when there are so many loopers out with us. Not only because it makes you think we made a right decision, but also in the awful case of something happening, you have so many people around you, so it's a good feeling.
Yeah, no, I think we'll have that going down all of Michigan,
yes.
Just because of the timing of the year. And we did hang out in Mackinaw for quite some time, but because of that, we are pumped. We've caught up with a few boats that we met back in Georgia.
South Carolina.
Yeah. Back 40, partnership, Miss Tea Time.
Yeah.
All you guys were excited to meet up again. We, I think, are going to be stuck in Charlevoix for a little bit, so hopefully we can get some docktails.
Yep. still not flat seas, but it has calmed down significantly compared to what it was about 2 hours ago. And I think that is just because as we get closer to Charlevoix, that land is kind of protecting us a little bit. So I can't complain. It's a beautiful day out. The water is glistening. Not a lot of clouds in the sky. We got Evan working back there. How's work going?
Catching up from our time away. Not terrible, but progress.
Yep. Ripley, the water looks so good. I have been thoroughly impressed with Lake Michigan and Lake Huron's water.
Yeah, I want to jump in. Too bad it's
Probably
like 60
so cold.
degrees.
It might be warm, I don't know.
The platform's looking decent.
Oh yeah, I don't think you ever showed it. Evan sanded it. And now you have the proper tool, right? If you wanted to go in and clean it up a little bit.
I did. I got a grinder and cutoff wheel. So I think I could get with a sanding disc into some of those crevices.
This water is turquoise. Like, you can really tell against the wood grain here. I bet you can see the entire rudder underneath that. Since we knew we'd most likely be hunkered down in Charlevoix for a week, we were hoping to anchor for a few nights to save a bit of money. Unfortunately, after one great night of sleep on anchor, the wind picked up too much to stay on the hook, so we made our way into the city marina where we hung out for the rest of the week. Luckily, there were 20 other loop boats in town, so we enjoyed several evenings of docktails, and Evan and I celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary. As cute a town as Charlevoix was, we were definitely ready to continue moving south.
After 8 nights, we are up before light, undoing lines, getting ready to leave Charlevoix, heading for Frankfurt. So,
Yep, 8 nights in Charlevoix was not a bad place to be, but we're ready to go.
let's do it.
Long day ahead.
We've been underway for 1 hour,
1 hour, 5 miles.
probably a little over 5 miles now. Sunrise will officially be in 14 minutes.
14 minutes. We got first light, which is nice. We are getting over Traverse Bay right now, which we've heard can make it a little bit more turbulent just because there is that open bay pushing water out in a way. But yeah, there's your morning check-in. It's certainly not glass, but I'll take these conditions all day long.
Yeah.
Let's hope it stays this way.
I think it'll at least stay this way or be calmer.
Maybe get better once we round the corner after Traverse Bay.
Yeah, which is probably about an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What time of the morning is it?
We rounded the corner. Conditions are as good as they're gonna get. The anxiety is at an even keeled level, so it's time for coffee. Evan gives me a hard time that I do too much creamer. But, hear me out. When we started the loop, I was doing 4 spoonfuls. I'm down to 3 now. I said, on the rivers, I'm gonna go 2. And maybe by the end of the loop, I'll be a black coffee drinker. We'll see.
On a memory back when we were just 17, holding Lake Michigan with your eyes on me. I had my hands deep in the pockets of my blue jeans.
We are changing our plans. Looking at the weather, I think it's going to only get calmer this evening. And we got to take what Lake Michigan gives us. So we are going to stop. We need to get fuel and let Ripley go to the bathroom in Frankfurt. But then we're going to turn around and go right back out and do another 3 hours this evening because the sun doesn't set until 8 o'clock. So keep moving, put some miles down, and anchor up in either Acadia or Portage Lake tonight. And then in the morning we'll get up and move again, but I think it's gonna pick up around 1. So going extra today is gonna help us to get off the water by 1 tomorrow. And then Friday, I think we'll be able to move again, so we'll keep you updated, but we just don't really know until you get out there and see what the weather's like. So if it's good, maybe we'll keep going tomorrow too.
Compared to this morning, the conditions have laid flat. Like, this is really nice. We're really enjoying it. So, Lake Michigan, she's being good to us. She's being good to us. We got our fuel. Evan, what was the roundup again? 86 gallons. We got our starboard tank full, almost full. We don't usually fill it all the way. We got our jerry jugs full, and we're headed back out into the big lake.
It has been a day, not a bad day, just a long day. We are still motoring, and it's, let's see what time it is. It's officially been 12 hours on the boat, and I was just telling Carly that you have to remember the days like this to remember that it's possible to have glass. Look at behind me right now. That's Lake Michigan, complete glass. Water as far as you can see. So awesome. We're gonna open a gift from somebody we just met in Frankfurt. We stopped to let Ripley out and then got a little bit of diesel. And they met us there, gave us a little gift. They've been following along the channel, so thank you, Carrie. Nice to meet you. We feel blessed that people watch us and support us, so can't stop looking at it. Feels so good.
So Evan mentioned that one of our sweet subscribers, she's been following us since almost day one. She's also a patron, Carrie. She knew we were in the area and we wish we could have hung out a little bit longer, but she made the drive down to Frankfurt just for our fuel stop, and she brought us a gift. So we're gonna see what's in it. Michigan cherry barbecue chips.
Ooh!
We've been loving all the Michigan cherry themed things. Oh my gosh, there's so much in here. Chocolate covered cherries.
Oh yeah.
Evan's been loving those lately. Dried cherries, those would be good for some fall salads.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Ripley, those are for you. You want one now? You say thank you, that's so nice. This one's for you. Oh my gosh, they're fresh blueberries. That is so nice. Cherry jam.
Ooh,
Perfect.
yes.
We're due for some peanut butter and jellies too. Oh, and there's a card. Shoot, we didn't open that first. So sweet. Thank you, Carrie. Although the conditions are still fabulous, we're pulling into Manistee and it'll be a bright and early morning, I think, so we'll see you then. Can't see me very well, but it is 6:05. We're on the move, out in the lake before sunrise yet again. I don't think we're gonna go as long today because we were pretty exhausted after yesterday. So yeah, I hope that we have another amazing day. I do think it's gonna pick up a little bit in the afternoon in terms of the wind. So that's why I wanted another early start. And I'm looking forward to just keep chugging along down Lake Michigan.
Holy moly. Look, we just came out of the freaking state of Michigan. I am glad we're not in front of it. Must have came out of this guy right here, Ludington. Passenger ship Badger. in Ludington. Doing 14 knots. As you can maybe tell from the music, we're jamming out. And we have to show you our newest addition to the boat.
We are so podunk.
Carly loves it.
No.
On our long passages.
We have our rinse kit on our freezer, so we don't have to stand the whole time inside.
We got the freezer, rinse kit, throwable. Boom, what a combo. Perfect height for Carly to see right out the windshield.
Be able to sit, yeah. The next time somebody comments, can your parents pay for our boat trip too? Well, look at this. They didn't pay for this. Life's good. Life's good. The motto for Lake Michigan has been get her done and go with the flow, which is exactly what we have done the last 2 days. Trucking along, and it's definitely picked up. We knew it would this afternoon. We knew the winds were going to get up there just a tad. So our goal was to get to Muskegon, but instead we are going to duck out at Whitehall, which is the port before that. I'll try and show how large some of the waves have gotten. It's hard to tell on camera, but the good news is that they are on the stern, which pushes us a little bit and we can surf them a little bit. So it's getting more uncomfortable with like every minute that passes by, and so we're just going with our gut feeling to pull in early.
That was a crazy one. That's all I gotta say about it. It was like a washing machine. That was gnarly.
Yeah, that was worse right there than it was out on the lake.
Yeah.
We pulled into Whitehall. We're so glad we did. Getting into that little inlet was pretty spicy. So I'm glad we cut it short by 2 hours today. And it wasn't a big deal. We were kind of good with going into Whitehall or Muskegon. We just thought it'd be great if we could get past Pentwater, and we did that. We're very grateful that South Shore Marina had a slip available for us last minute, considering we had no reservation, and they were very kind. And now we are walking to the local general store. See what that's about. Cheers.
Cheers.
Another day of moving. We are leaving Whitehall, and not entirely sure where we'll end up today. We're good with Grand Haven, which is 23 miles, and we're good with Saugatuck, which is 46 miles. So Saugatuck is double Grand Haven. We'll just see when we get out there how we're feeling and the conditions. We've texted a couple people that are already out. They say it's fine, but first step is to get out this inlet, because coming in it was a lot spicier than we expected yesterday. Not much to say other than it has picked up just a tad, but I think it's going to be like this for an hour, and then I think it's going to go back down to flat seas. We still don't know where we're going to end up tonight. We just passed Grand Haven, so that one's out. But we could go to Saugatuck, or we could go to South Haven. I think St. Joseph is too far. We'd get in too late. So we're eating some lunch. I made us a good little dip.
We had tons of jalapenos from my dad's garden in Iowa. Carly chopped them up. Made a dip. Perfect for football season. I don't know, I mean, I think we'll go to Saugatuck if it's like this, but if it's completely glass, then we'll keep going. But
well, I'm leaning towards Saugatuck too, because we can anchor there, and South Haven Marina hasn't called us back yet.
yeah. Plus it's Friday. If we get anchored, take Ripley in, then you and I could go into town.
One thing I did want to say is we made a funny little reel, and it's a very niche video that only certain people would understand if you're like familiar with speeds when it comes to boating. So if you're not following us on Instagram, you should go over there, check it out. We had a good laugh putting it together.
Make it feel like home. Anywhere we go.
Coming down the Kalamazoo River into Saugatuck now. That's where we ended up tonight. And there's just a ton of trees, and one thing that Evan and I are really excited about getting into the rivers is to see the changing of the leaf colors, and it's so beautiful. Fall is here, and we're just gonna soak it in. We absolutely loved our time in Saugatuck, and we're grateful that our path led us there. We even met back up with Bob and Kathy, who we previously met in the North Channel. It was a nice and quick rest before lifting anchor and moving on yet again.
Good morning. It's Sunday fun day. We stayed put in Saugatuck
2 nights.
Friday night and Saturday night, and absolutely loved it. I think it's a top 5 stop for us.
Yeah,
the downtown,
we really enjoyed it.
the people. There's even Douglas across the river here, so we got the engine ripping. You can't hear it in the back, and we're gonna pull anchor, see how the weather's doing out there, and make a call if we're gonna go South Haven or St. Joe.
The goal is St. Joe, Joseph, but maybe South Haven.
Yeah,
We'll see.
so sun is just peeking up over the tree line. It's probably like 7:50.
Yep.
So here we go. Well, folks, you just never know what may come up with the anchor.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. That just got yanked off the bottom.
I kind of want to see how much it is. Hold on.
There you go, Davey. Got a big fish this morning. Oh, check it out.
Holy crap.
That is a prize winner. Well, there's the anchor.
Oh wow, it's already right there. I mean, we did anchor in very low water. I just got our video out today. It is our final week in Canada, and let me just say, it was a labor of love getting that done this week as we were constantly moving. It was long days of cruising and late nights editing, but I just really feel strongly that I like to get the videos out in a timely manner as best as I can. So that just went live. If you haven't seen our last week in Canada, go check that video out now. But not much else to say on the cruise. It was not bumpy to start, but it certainly wasn't smooth. The wind is kind of calming down and you can feel it. So I think the rest of the cruise is going to be easy peasy. Knock on wood. But yeah, not much else to say. Evan is driving upstairs. I'm hanging out with Ripley down here. It's just a little chilly outside, so no reason for us to both be up in the wind and the cold.
It's about noon. We should get there at 2:30. I'm gonna make a little bit of lunch, heat up some leftovers. Fresh Michigan blueberries, brought to us by patron. Yeah, it's sunny out, so I had to put my big hat on. But definitely more boat wakes right here. We passed South Haven, a lot of sailboats, power boats, and that's what most moving around is from. But such is life on a nice Sunday.
She wants a blueberry.
Sit. Get the soft one.
Morning. You ready to get moving again? It is Monday, September 15th. I believe it's the 15th. But we are at our last stop in Michigan, and today we are going into our 11th state on the loop, if you can believe it. We debated going back and forth. We could go straight to Chicago from here. It's a 50-mile run, I believe. But we don't really want to do that. We've been doing a lot of long days, and we might as well knock off another state on the loop. This is Evan's birth state, so we figured we might as well do the one stop there. So come with us as we head to Michigan City, Indiana today. I was a little hesitant to leave when we did because I knew that the winds would calm down if we waited another hour or two, but they are coming out of the east, which means the land is kind of blocking it and the fetch isn't too long. But if it was any stronger or if we had any bigger fetch, it would be certainly very uncomfortable. So we're hugging the shoreline as much as we can. It would be a shorter distance if we just did a beeline there, but we're gonna kind of hug the coast a little bit, and that will just make for a more comfortable ride. State number 11.
Oh, we just crossed?
Yep.
Wow. Look at that, Indiana. There it is. Pretty cool.
Fun fact for you. Evan was curious what this rail was that goes all the way from, the main part of land out to the lighthouses. We saw it in St. Joe as well. So he looked it up, and it is a catwalk. So that way when the keeper needs to get out there in treacherous weather, as the internet said, they can do it more safely. So here's your fun fact for today. You will definitely want to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss next week's video. We take you through downtown Chicago with us. But if you don't want to wait, you can head over to patreon.com/navigating Nietzels for a mini vlog of the experience. Until then, we love you. Bye.